Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Cassie with Created by Cassie, and I am so thankful that you are choosing to spend your time with me tonight. We are going to have a great time. I've been having some camera issues. I'm trying to get a better looking camera for my face, but it's not working for me. So let me know if in the comments if anything is not syncing up with my face. Hopefully everything is good. I'm back on my original setup. So, all right. How are you guys doing? I hope you had a great day. It was a pretty busy day for me. All right. So if this is your first time catching me live or on the replay, go ahead and put this emoji down in the comments so I can say hello and welcome you to my channel. Be sure that you are subscribed and that you hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I go live or whenever I post a video. All right, let's see. So hey, Marrier. Oh, you can't stay. 30 in the morning. Oh, good. You can hear and see. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you can catch the replay. Definitely. Have fun. All right, so my Cheers and Sips class, I have the PDF that is available if you would like to purchase that. The link is in the description. And I would love to send you a card in the mail. If you haven't already, go ahead, sign up on my email list. There's also a section that you could put your address just for me. And I will add you to my, yes, thank you. Thank you, Marrier. Let me know what you think of the cards when you do. You can go ahead and put your address in there. I will add you to my card mailing list. And if you would like to be on my birthday mailing list, put your birth month and day. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? All right, let's see. So tonight what we're going to work with is we're going to work again with this bundle. And I love this bundle a lot. All my dies are all over the place here on this, my magnet sheet here. But I love this bundle so much. I had so much fun the first time that I thought, let's do it again. So we're going to do that. So the bundle that we're working with tonight, again, is the Cheers and Sips bundle, or the Celebratory Sweets bundle, or sweet. Guys, words are hard for some reason. So let me go ahead. I'm just going to put these as good as I can. I've got 2 sets of dies on here. So it's tricky to get them all to fit on here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and point you down. I'm going to go ahead and show you the bundle that we're working with. Again, let me know if sound or anything is not working. Just want to make sure working with my my cameras and stuff, and so I just want to make sure everything is working the way that it should be. All right, so this is our bundle for tonight. This is the Cheers and Sips bundle. I love this bundle so much. It's such a fun bundle. I love all the elements to it, and I love that you can go any direction with this. You can do happy birthday, you can do hello, you can do I'll see you soon, any kind, thinking of you, any kind of card. And this is a photopolymer set. I see one of my dies is over here. So the photopolymer set. We have all the different dies here. I have stamps here. I have 2 sets of dies on here. And the sentiments are cheers to you, to us, it's your day, and let's celebrate. So cute, right? I love this set so much. All right. I'm trying to figure it. There we go. All right. Getting all my ducks in a row. So I wanted to start out with a couple examples. Hey, Debbie. So this card, I have linked it in the description. I have another video on this, on how to create this. So if you would like to create this, I call it a fancy easel card. But isn't it so pretty? So cute. We've got the embossing back here, if you can kind of see, maybe not. And then here on the back is where you can do your message. So if you would like to see how I created this one, go ahead in the description and I have that linked. But this is a really fun way to use this paper and these dies and all the things. So, and it just sits right up. So cute, right? So this is one thing you can make with this bundle. Also, we're going to make a version of this tonight, but this was my first attempt at this. Isn't this cute? So this is one of the arches dies upside down and cut across to make a little fruit bowl. Isn't that cute? And then we have our 2 drinks. I did color these with our alcohol markers. So cute. And then we do have our pieces on the back here so that you can write your message. So this is also a good way to design with this one, just to give you some examples. And then I also did, I have a video on these as well. These are purse gift card cards. That's what I call them, purse gift card cards. But these are such a cute little gift. It has where you put your gift card back here, or you can put a business card, whatever. It opens and then it pulls out like this. Isn't that so fun? And this one, I love this one so much. This one's so, so pretty. And we've got the little, this is from the DSP here, where it's, I fussy cut that out. And this one as well pops open. So if you're interested in learning this fold, go ahead, go into my description, and I have that video linked. All right, so let's get into our first card for tonight. I just wanted to give you guys a couple other examples with this bundle, because this bundle is, you can do so much with it. I absolutely love it. All right, so this is our first card for tonight. This is a fun fold. So we're going to open it this way. And then it also opens this way. Isn't that cute? And so we have our embossing here to kind of give it a little bit of something extra right there instead of it being just plain. And we also have that embossing folder right there as well, with the beautiful floral folder from the glass and floral folders that come with the suite for this. And this is our strawberry slush, pretty and pink, and cloud cover foil that I die cut the glass, or the, yeah, I guess those are glasses, out of. Isn't that beautiful? And so it just opens, and then you can open again, and you can write your message. So let me go ahead and show you how I created this. All right, it's a lot of pieces. So we're going to start with our card base, and it's a open like this card. I forget what this is called. A portrait fold, maybe. So this is the 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. Guys, what's wrong with my brain today? This is 5.5, right? Yeah, 5.5. This is scored, yeah, 4 1/4, and then this is scored in half here, and we're going to fold it just like this. So we're going to have a mountain. We're going to do a mountain and then a valley. Okay. And of course, you guys know I'm going to go ahead and burnish this. Let's burnish this side as well. So if you're recreating this, just do your regular fold just like this, and then score this piece, this side, in half, and that'll give you your piece right here. Then to do our front panel here, I have a piece of DSP. This is the back of this piece here. which has the large drinks that you can die cut out. But I'm using this side right here with the cute purple flowers on it. And it's just going to go right here. And I just used my green glue. Yes, thank you, Debbie. Isn't this such a cute one? I love this fold. I played around with it when I very first started playing with this bundle, and I just kind of kept adding different things to it, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool, and then let me add another fold. So you guys know how my brain works. I just kind of am like, what else can I do to make this card fun? All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this back piece right here on the inside here, and that's the same DSP. It's on the back of the one that has the drinks on it. So I'm just going to use my green glue here. And I like the liquid green glue because it gives me time to move it around whatever I'm trying to glue. And I always need that extra little bit of time to move it around because I don't always get it centered the very first time. All right. Cute, right? So that's the kind of the bones of our card here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work on this piece right here. So this is going to be our piece that goes across right here. And it is embossed using our the embossing folders that come with this suite, the glass and flowers. So this is one of them that comes with it, where it's kind of got that glass looking texture on it. And then this is my favorite. This one is a floral, and guys, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. So I used this on this card with this piece right here, and this is going to end up going right here, but we need to put our fold is going to go right under here. So for this piece, I have that cut, and then I have it scored. I believe this is a 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it and burnish. Hey, Aunt Sherry, how are you? You finally found me on online on Facebook. Caught me live. All right, so this is going to go and fold this way. Okay, so we want this side here to go under this, and it's going to go where this side, we're going to glue this on this side here. Not on this side, but this side, because we want it to fold this way. Because when we close our card, that's going to make it as flat as possible. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of eyeball here, and I'm going to put glue on this side of it where we have our mountain right here, where it goes up, or point is up, that's a mountain. So I'm going to put it on the outer side of that. And I'm going to use my green glue, of course. I do recommend that with this piece especially, to give you that time, that wiggle time. I'm going to actually go this way so I can see my score line here. And I'm just going to set this down and try to get it as centered as I can. And then what I want to do is close this. And I just want to make sure that it's going to be straight right here and that it looks about centered there. Scoot this up just a touch. That's why I like the green glue. Okay. Gives you just that amount of time that you need. All right, that looks good. All right, so now we have our little flap here, and it's going to close perfectly there. We've got our score lines matched up here. So now I can go ahead and glue down my embossed piece right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue, and for embossing anything dry embossed like this, I always put a little bit extra glue just to make sure it's going to stick, because you have all those grooves that it needs to go in, and you don't want it to come up when you give it to somebody. All right, so this is going to go the whole, from side to side, top to top, top to bottom, not top to top, top to bottom. Okay, it's going to cover the whole thing, the whole area right here. We want that to be all pretty and decorated, right? All right, make sure that it's stuck. Good deal. All right, then let's go ahead and do the front of this. So this is strawberry slush. Yeah, strawberry slush card stock here. And this is Berry Burst. And so I have a piece of Berry Burst that is going to be a border right here. And then I also have a piece of our basic white. Hey, Amy, how are you doing? Not basic white. It is Pretty in Pink. And that's going to go right here. And this is a square. This is a square. I believe this is that 3.5 or is that 4? That's 3.5. So this square here, this is 3.5, and then each one I'm going down 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so we have our strawberry slush, our berry burst, and then we have our Pretty in Pink. So I always go outside in. So I'm gonna put glue on my Pretty in Pink here, and then I'm gonna line it in the middle of my Berry Burst. And then my Berry Burst is going to go right here on the front of my strawberry slush. Yeah, slush. I always want to say strawberry splash, but it's summer splash. Just like with bubble bath, I want to say bubble gum. I always have to think about it. All right. Isn't that cute? We can just flip it around, and if it does get a little bit tight, you can always something on it. You can always use your bone folder again, but as you work with it, it will lay flat. Like this one lays flat like that. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's do our stamping after. Okay, so I'm going to show you, we're going to put our piece right here, which is also embossed on the back. And that is also in strawberry slush. And it is 1/8 of an inch smaller than our 3.5 square here. And the way I did it was I put this in the embossing folder at an angle like this, and I ran it through. So this side and this side here they don't have any of the embossing on it. Really need to get my camera situated here, get my new camera set up. You can kind of see, but this part and this part is not embossed, and that was intentional. So this is going to go right in the middle here, and again, we're just going to use our green glue, and I am going to just put a little extra here in this middle part. I don't want it to bubble up. And then I want my two pieces that are not embossed, my two ends, to go diagonal this way towards the front of the card. And I'm just going to center this here. This is about 1/8 of an inch smaller than that 3.5 square. There you go. So pretty. All right, then we need to have a spot for our message. So for that, we've got our basic white here, making sure I have my right pieces. Yep. And then we have our strawberry slush. So I'm going to go ahead and put the basic white onto the strawberry slush. Just like this. Just going to center it, making sure I'm going the correct way, because it's not a square, it's a rectangle. There we go. All right. Then we just need to make sure that when we put this here, when we close this, we're not going to see it around here. So to do that, what I did, I kind of eyeballed it. I'm going to go down here. Still got to go over just a little bit. All right. I eyeballed it and I looked at the flowers to see which flowers I wanted to put these points on right here. So I know which flowers. So now I'm going to glue this. And again, if you use the green glue, it gives you that time to move it around. So, yep. So it's just a matter of eyeballing and making sure that when you close this, that you're not going to see it. It sounds harder than it is. All right. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, that's so pretty. All right. Then let's go back to, let's do our stamping. All right. So we're going to stamp cheers and let's celebrate. And this way we can, once we stamp, we can go ahead and put it all together. All right. So the cheers is going to go on this piece of basic white, and this is going to be Let's Celebrate, which is part of a paper pumpkin, I believe. And I forgot to get it out. Let's Celebrate. It's in one of these. I have, you guys have a lot of like paper pumpkin and kit extra stamps, because I do. That's a little so. Oh, you know what? This is from. Can you tell I did this a little while ago? This is from. I believe this is from Tags of Thanks, which I have right here because it's my favorite. Right? Nope. Let's Celebrate. Which one is it? I could have sworn it was a paper pumpkin. Well, you know what? It simply said. Guys, we have so many stamp sets. It's hard to keep them all together. All right, so it simply said. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to use the Let's Celebrate right here. Oops. And I lost my piece of film up here. Oh, yeah, from your paper pumpkins and kits. I use them a lot because I like that the sentiments are smaller, and I tend to like my sentiments to be fairly small. All right, so I'm going to grab my block here. Just set this, Let's Celebrate. And then I'm going to use Berry Burst ink pad here. And I'm very carefully, are you guys like me? Anything like red or dark you get on you? So I'm just going to gently get that inked up. And then I'm just going to put this centered, as centered as I can. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm going to clean this off because knowing me, I will put my hand right in it. All right. Then we're going to use Cheers, which is from our bundle that we are the Cheers and Sips bundle for tonight. This one right here. So let me just take my plastic piece off because I'm going to be using the stamps, and I'm going to lose it if I don't keep it where I know where it is, because that's what happened to the Simply set. I lost my front. It's somewhere. I just have to figure out where that somewhere is. All right, so we have our Let's Celebrate. Now we're going to do our Cheers. I love this font for the Cheers. It's so pretty. Again, I'm just going real easy on it because I don't want to get it on my block. So I got a big block here. All right. There we go. Just going to hold it for a second just to make sure the full color transfers. Oh, I hope you were dry. Okay, good. It didn't smear. All right. I hate when that happens because a lot of times it'll smear on me and then I have to redo it. All right, so we're going to close our Berry Burst, and we're going to go ahead and set these up here. So our Let's Celebrate is going to go right here, and it does go from the edge of our pink, Pretty in Pink square here. It's going to go exactly edge to edge. And of course I used dimensionals, so let me grab those. Here they are. I was just cleaning up before I went live, and wouldn't you know, I don't remember where I put stuff. All right, so I'm going to put a third one here in the middle. Nobody wants a saggy sentiment. And let's see. I didn't necessarily center it here. I went slightly below center. So that's what I'm going to shoot for again. Slightly below, but it is going to go edge to edge. All right, and I'm just going to hold this up, make sure. I just want to make sure that it is straight. Do you guys ever have trouble getting your sentiments straight? Still crooked. All right, I think that's pretty good. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put our, I guess these are fruit and, I don't know, is that mint? But I have these already colored. Our next card, I will show you how to, hey Bev, how are you? I will show you how I colored these. So for this one, we're going to use one of these, I think it's mint. And then we're going to use our strawberry. And then we need one of those, one of these, and one of these. Put those over here. All right, and for this, I used my dimensionals here. And I'm kind of wondering why my strawberry is not red. Let me put this one down first, and then I'm going to color that again. All right, so this one, you just want to make sure it's not going to go over the score line right here in this corner here. All right. Here we go. And I did overlap onto the top of our sentiment here. And I'm going to grab my Berry Burst here because actually that is not Berry Burst. That is Melon Mumbo. So let's do just a little bit of Melon Mambo across here. Make it a little bit more pink because it doesn't look pink. All right, that's better. All right, and then we're going to put a dimensional on the back of this one. And I'm going to nestle this kind of behind our mint here. We're just going to say that it's mint. There we go. All right, and then we have our cute little lemon. The fun thing with this is you can do a lemon, you can make it a lime, you can make it an orange, and you can make it a grapefruit. So many options with this one. I just was like, that's so fun. It gives you a lot of freedom to be very creative, I feel like. All right, so this can go over the edge if you want it to. So I'm just going to make sure I'm not covering my sentiment there. Then for our blackberry here, I'm going to use a smaller dimensional back here. Just a side piece that I cut. And this is going to go right in here. And then for my cherry, I put a little dab of, oh, I have another lemon on there. Just put a little tiny dab of glue right there. That was a little bit too much. There we go. And I'm just going to stick my cherry right there. So hold it for a second. It's because we popped these two up, but this one is mostly on the sentiment, so we don't have to worry about it not being level with the lemon, if that makes sense. How cute is that? Oh, I love that. All right, we'll go ahead and put our pieces back here as well. All right, so we have our mint, is this rosemary or thyme? And then we need a cherry. This is going to go right here. The one I put down first was the, whoops, hey Carol, how are you? I'm going to put the rosemary or, oh, no worries, Carol. No worries. We're making this card right here. It's a fun fold. You pull it open like this, and then it also folds that way. How fun is that? So cute, right? Covered up my spot here. Okay, so the first piece I put down was the thyme or rosemary, the little sprig of something. Sorry, I'm out of frame here. All right. Then we have our mint. I kind of wish they would have given us the names of what these are so I knew that I was telling you correctly. I'm just going to layer that partially on top of the sprig there. And then again, I'm just going to put a little dab, very little, because our cherry is very little. And I'm just going to sit that on there. Yeah, you got to stay. Hold it for a second. Make sure it's not going to pop off. So that is our inside. You still have plenty of room to write a message. Also, if you wanted to do more writing with your message, you could also double this piece here and then put a, make it into like a card itself where it folds over top of itself. You can also do that if you want more room than that. Or you could put something back, you could put back here too. All right, so let's go ahead and start on this piece right here. So we have our strawberry slush. Then we have we're going to kind of mimic what we did with our square here. This is going to be our front rectangle. This is our berry burst. It's going to go right here. I think that's this is the front there. And then we have our pretty in pink. Don't these colors look great together? I love these colors together. So that's going to go right there in the center. I always put them together before I glue them to make sure they fit. Because there's nothing worse than going to glue down a piece of cardstock or DSP and realizing, hey, I cut that wrong. I can't be the only one that does that. And I still do that, even though I sometimes check. There's sometimes I forget. All right. There's that. And then we're going to take our berry burst here. And this one's going to go here in the center of our strawberry slush. There we go. Cute. Then to start out with, we're going to put our sentiment down because we're going to build on top of that. So I'm going to do dimensionals on this. And I'm going to put the dimensionals towards the bottom of the sentiment because if you see here, what we're going to do is we're going to tuck them underneath our sentiment. So you want to put your dimensionals down on the bottom edge down here so that you have room. Did I put that the right way? Yep. So you have room to tuck your fruit and mint down there. So grab these. This, I just left a tiny bit of space down at the bottom there. Let's see. Get this centered. Nope. I think that's good. It's always hard when you're looking down at it. It's a little off, but that's okay. Actually, it looks like it says cheese right there. All right, so I cut out using the dies from our Cheers and Sips bundle. Whoops. I used, this is a set of two, I have two sets of dies. So if you get this bundle, you're going to have one of each of these. But I used this die right here to cut out two glasses right here. And I did this out of our foil paper. This one is Pretty in Pink and this is Cloud Cover. It also has a strawberry slush that comes in the pack as well. But I thought it was too much strawberry slush if I put that there. So I went ahead and did Pretty in Pink instead. So let me grab a new one of those. I don't want to cut all of them right now. All right, so I'm going to put my dimensionals on the back of one of these. And I want my pink one, my Pretty in Pink, to go on this side. I'm not going to put it all the way down. I'm going to kind of put it a little bit towards the top because I want to cover as much of this top part as I can to give it, I want it to be really full, you know. All right, so we have that one. Now we're going to do our cloud cover the same way, but we're going to tuck it under our Pretty in Pink here. And I did it this way because I wanted to make sure I had each side where I wanted it. And this way, if I need it over more, you can always cut a little piece off. I didn't want to have to keep taking them off and fiddling with them to get them the right way. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? And this one is the pattern with the floral on it. Because there is another one that has like a lines and it's kind of in like a diamond-ish pattern. This is I use the floral pattern here. All right, so let's go ahead and do our tops here. So actually, I think I do want some of these smaller ones for this. So I'm going to take my little sprig right here. I'm going to put one to start with because I don't know how far down I want this to go. I think that's good. I just want this piece over here to not show, so I'm going to cut this little section off here. Where did my scissors go? Just cut that a little bit off so it doesn't show out the side there. All right. Just like that. It just tucks under. Then we're going to take our little cherry, which is somewhere. Here it is. And I have a smaller cut dimensional here. So I'm just going to stick that there. Put these back on here. And let's take that off. And I'm just going to stick this right here on top, kind of nestling it a little bit underneath the cup. Or glass, I guess. Just like that. Then we have one of our little floral sprigs here. I love this this stamp. This is probably my favorite out of the set. I love it. It's just so pretty. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down here at the bottom. Then I'm just going to tuck it down here and then push it down. And again, you can go over the edges of this because you're going to have it covered by the card, the bigger part of the card. Okay. Got a little bit of glue there. All right, so I'm missing a couple pieces here. So I've got that one. And here's one right here. There's this one. I have my lemon. I have that. I don't have my strawberry. Good thing I have some extra ones cut over here. All right, so we'll color this one. I think for this one I used, it looks like it's Granny. Granny apple, that's lemon lime. Lemon lime. Let's grab all my blends here. Pink. Yep, it's light. Yep, light Granny apple. And I like to use the brush tip on these little smaller areas like this, and I put very little pressure on it just to get it just a little bit of color. All right, then I'm going to take my dark bubble bath. Just going to color this in here. And I know you're saying, hey, that's a darker looking cherry though. I mean strawberry. And I'm going to show you how I did that. All right, so I have that colored. And I'm going to use my light berry burst. I'm going to use the blunt end of it. And actually, you know what? I used melon mambo on this one. I did berry burst on the other one. Glad I caught that. So we're going to use melon mambo. And just put a little bit of an outline. And then I kind of put a little squiggle there in the middle. Like that, if you can see that. It's got just a little bit of the dark around the outside, and then the middle right there has just a tiny bit. And I'm going to take my bubble bath, and I'm just going to kind of blend that in. Then I'm going to take my, this is melon mambo, right? Yep. Take my melon mambo again. I'm just going to do some dots across the strawberry here, kind of like the seeds a little bit. And then I'm going to kind of outline certain parts of the strawberry to kind of give it a little bit of a shaded kind of effect there. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? You can also use your color lifter if you want it a little bit lighter there in the middle. But I liked it. I like it a little bit darker. I think it's pretty. All right, I'm going to put this strawberry down first. I'm gonna grab my bowl here, put it over here. And I'm going to stick this guy down here. And I'm not going to, well, I don't want you on the cup. There we go. I'm going to tuck them underneath my sentiment here. And then I'm going to take this leaf here, grab another dimensional. What I'm going to actually do is put it on my card front there. And then I'm going to just slip this in, since I don't know exactly where to put it. Get in there. The only thing with it when you do it this way is you've got to, it gets stuck on it. There we go. All right. Then we're going to go with our lemon here. And let me grab my bigger dimensionals here. And this one's going to go right in here. So I'm going to stick this guy right there. See if I can get this in here without it sticking. There we go. We've got him there. We're going to put this guy. Let's see. I need a smaller one. My little pieces fell off. I'm going to stick this one right here. It's the dimensional. And then I'm going to tuck this behind my lemon. Isn't that cute? It's like a little basket of fun right there. Then to finish off, we're going to take our blackberry here, or raspberry, blackberry, and I'm just going to stick a small dot of glue, and I kind of pushed it around a little bit, and then I want to tuck this under. Here we go, just slightly. And then I'm just going to hold it for a second. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love that. It's so pretty. All right. Then we're ready to put it on the front of our card. And the only thing we need to make sure of is that when we put it on, we're going to cover our piece right here. Apparently I didn't on this one. But you want to make sure that it is covered. I can actually scoot this over, but it's okay. So when we put this one down, I did use dimensionals. So as I did with the flap underneath, I'm going to kind of eyeball where I'm going to need those dimensionals, and then I'm going to put them a little bit in, and that way I know for certain it's not going to stick on the outer side there. All right. Then I'm just going to do my best to line this up here. Just to go down a little bit. And I do recommend putting this on last, just so you know where you need to put it. It's easier to move this than to have to figure out this after you've already put it together. Here we go. Then I'm just going to go behind myself here. And, oops, I missed. You guys have dimensional backings everywhere in your house, like I do, even though I have a bowl that I put them in. So I'm just going to take this on my finger, and I'm just going to stick it right under here. And before I put that down, I'm going to do the same to the other side. And that's just to make sure It is good and secure. You can also take your pick tool to put it under there too if you don't want to use your finger. How cute is that? All right, and then to embellish, I use our strawberry, I have them around here somewhere. The strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems. Here they are. Whoops. Right here. We're using them for our next card also. Okay, so for this one, I used the strawberry slush, and I'm going to use my little tool here. This is like a take your pick tool. It's just a little bit easier for me to handle with my rheumatoid arthritis. I'm just going to stick one of the big ones right there. I'm actually going to do all big ones on here because we want a lot of like glimmer going on, right? Thanks, Bev. Yeah, it's a fun card. I love the fold on it. Kind of just, I'm sure somebody else has done it. I just hadn't seen it. I just kind of put it together myself. There we go. And that's our first card. So it opens, and then it opens again. So pretty. You guys like that one? I really like that one. All right, and I have one more. And this one is one of those WV folds, I think is what it's called. But how pretty is this? This is with Secret C, and the camera's not doing it justice at all. But it stands like this, and it does fold flat. I have another card that I did with the Florals in Bloom in this fold that is gorgeous as well. So if you like the Florals in Bloom as well and want to see how I did this same fold with the Florals in Bloom, you can go down to in my description in my playlist, and it is down there that you can take a look at that. So for this one, I used the, this is actually, I ran out of gold foil. So this is brushed gold foil, I think is what it's called. It's retired, but it was all I had until my order came in with my gold. So that's what this is, but basically gold foil. And then the hello is actually from our new paper pumpkin dies for this month. And let me go ahead and find those. That's every day. Let's see. I had them around here somewhere. Did I leave them out? Well, I know I have the hello right here. So it's this one right here. This die right here. So if you are interested in this die set, you need to be subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, and you can do that through my online store. Oh, this set is more your style, Bev? Yeah. Yep. This is a really cool set here. But you would want to be subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, and then every 3 months, I think it is, they come out with a new set. I know we have, this is my one that has like a bunch of them. I kind of collect them here, but that is where the hello for this came from. And let's see, I did I die cut these out of window sheets, but I also embossed it with, instead of the glass the glass folder, I used the floral folder. I don't know if you can tell or not. Oh, and then the back is also decorated. Isn't that pretty? So cute. All right, so let me show you how to do this one. So for this, I have my card base is, get this out of my way here, Secret C, and what we're going to do is we have our same card fold that we did for the last one. And for this one, we're going to score in half again on both sides. So I'm going to grab my trimmer here. Whoops. And this is what, 4 1/4? Yep, so this is, what did I have? I just want to make sure that I do it correctly. Yep, half of, yep, so it's going to be 2 1/8. And if you are not sure on your eighths, it's going to be your second line after your 2. Every 2 lines is an 1/8. So that one folds perfect. We're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to go 2 1/8. So we're going to count 2 lines just past that 2. And then I'm just going to score that as well. Okay. And let's see, it goes this way. So we're going to have mountain, valley, mountain. And I'm going to grab my bone folder and burnish this really well. I've got that one, and then this one here. Perfect. So we have our base here, just like that, and it's even across, so it will, in the end, it will fit into a envelope. I'm going to show you how to make sure that it will fit. All right, so it's going to go this way with our mountain, valley, mountain. And to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down my designer series paper, my DSP. For this one, I chose this beautiful pattern here. It's on the back of this green, lime green here. This is probably my favorite pattern out of this paper. I love this pattern so much. I actually had to buy another pack because I didn't have any of this paper, this particular one, because I've used so much of it. So this is just a 1/4 of an inch smaller than, I feel like my camera is not where it normally is because I keep going out of frame. Let's see. I think that's better. So it's going to be 1/4. You're going to have a 1/4 of an inch border around your designer series paper. So I am going to take my green glue, which is almost out, and I left it sitting, so I've got gunk on it. All right, then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. And then I'm just going to go across here and put each piece. You can make it match up if you want, or you don't have to. I don't think I did. Well, I know I didn't because I'm not matching it up now. I didn't on that one. I just cut it. Now maybe if you have a particular, like if you're using this with a different paper that is more like a, I don't know, kind of like the fall scenes paper. I forget what it's called, but it has like a picture of like a house or whatever, like whatever the fall theme of that paper is, then you might want to do it in order. But for this one, I didn't think you could tell since it's kind of a busy pattern. Grab this here. And I'm just going across here and I am putting these in the center of each of these sections here. We've got this one too. And This one's going to go here. Do you guys like the Secret Sea color? I'm the first to admit I did not like it when I saw it on stage. I was like, what were they thinking? But now I love it. I'm thinking, what was I thinking, because I didn't like it. All right, so that's going to be the front of our card. And then what we're going to do is we're going to glue our two pieces back here. So we have 1, 2, and this is easier to do before you put it together. Ask me how I know that, because that's exactly what I did when I did this one, and it was difficult to line it up. All right, so we're going to do this one here. These two are going to go in the middle. And the reason I did that is because you can put this down and write this way, or put this down, and write this way. Whether you're left or right-handed, or I guess you can go this way too. But that way you can write here, and then this is at least a little bit decorative, because it just kind of looked silly without anything there, and it was just dark Secret Sea, and I was like, it's got to be pretty too. So if they're going to read their message, it's got to be pretty back here, right? Probably just me being extra, but that's okay. That's how I like my cards. Okay, now I think I want to do these two. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp these. So these are for our edges here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my stamp off page here. And I have my Memento black ink. Let's move this over here. And I'm going to use this floral sprig here. That's what I call it, a floral sprig. I'm sure it has it's an actual name of a flower, but I don't know what it is. And I'm just going to ink this up. And I'm going to go here at the bottom. I'm going to have the bottom of my sprig off the paper, and I'm just going to stagger my sizes here. So I'm going to take this one a little bit shorter, and then I think I got that on that. This one's going to go slightly shorter as well, just like that. And see how, oops, I get stuck to me because I have glue on me. And see how I stamped off on the paper. So that's how I got it to look like that, is by stamping off of there. So we have that one. And I just did the same thing on this side as well. So I'm going to do a little bit taller one. Step down. It's a little bit light on the ink there. And then step down. Isn't that pretty? I love this floral sprig. And it's nice because it's in the paper too, like right here. That's what that is right there. So pretty, right? Okay. Then to color these, what I did, I used for this one, I used my lemon lime twist, and I used my dark lemon lime twist, which I believe is this one. Yep. And I'm going to use that brush tip again, where it's got that real pointy end on it, because these little leaves are real tiny. And I'm just barely going to touch it down, that point, onto my paper, my basic white, to get the leaves colored in here. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one here. I like to do it on a piece of paper. I like a scratch paper because sometimes it'll bleed through a little bit, depending on what color. And I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss, and so that one sometimes bleeds through. All right, so we have that done. Then for the colors of the flowers, I switched between Dark Bubble Bath light Blackberry Bliss, and light Berry Burst. And not Melon Mom, but Berry Burst on this one. So I'm going to go darkest first, and again, I'm going to use that brush tip, and I'm just going to randomly color in these petals here on the sprigs here. Again, very lightly pressing down, barely pressing, so I don't damage my point on here. And then let's do this one right here. And I just kind of alternated my colors as I went. So then we're going to go Blackberry Bliss. And we'll do this one here. This Blackberry Bliss is such a pretty color. It's just difficult to see it very well on these flowers. And let's do this one. And then we're going to do this one down here because we don't want any, or I don't want double color, like the same color for two flowers back to back. All right, so that's the, guys, you didn't tell me I wasn't doing this one. It's okay, we'll do this one and I'll do that one later because this takes forever. All right, so this is the bubble bath. And this one, actually I need to do it because once I put it on, it's going to be really difficult to color in these little things. All right, sorry, you got to keep watching me color. I know I've gotten a couple, quite a few people actually have, because I used to color everything before I did my live videos, but a lot of you like to see the coloring. So I have tried to not color everything so that I can show you how I'm coloring it. And that should be good. And then we'll do Blackberry Bliss. You guys like to see coloring, or do you prefer it to be colored before I go live? I know some of these is good to see because you got the shading going on, the strawberries and stuff. This one's a little bit easier. Let's do this guy. And then we just need our, that's melon, berry. And again, with that brush tip there. This one is so pretty. I love these little flowers. Those are colored. This one's colored. And then these two. All right. Yeah, if you're watching the replay, you can skip through this little part. Although I'm done now, so we can. Well, I have some dimensionals on my paper here. Okay, so we have those done and colored. And what we want to do is put them on the sides of our card here. So one's going to go on this side and one is going to go on this side. So I glued these down. Let's see. Whoops, that would have been bad. I dropped my glue on my card. All right, so this one goes here. And then this one's going to go on this side over here. Yeah, it's just so much easier to put these on when before it's already folded up. All right. Now we need to work on our middle right there. So I'm gonna put this to the side. I have a couple layers here. So I have a I was going to say Blackberry Bliss, but this is not Blackberry Bliss. This is Secret Sea. Then I have a piece of Bubble Bath, which is a quarter. Yeah, it's a quarter of an inch smaller than this is 4 by 6 and 4 by 6, and then it's scored 3, and each side is 3. So you score this in half at 3. And then each one of these is a quarter of an inch smaller. So we have our Bubble Bath, and then we have our DSP, which is the back of this one. Do you guys like this pattern? It's not my favorite. And I say that nicely. It's probably my least favorite page of it, but it's just not quite my style. But I like this side. And I do have because it has these little, I don't know, it's like a spotted design kind of, and I have the lines of the dots going this way. I don't know if it's translating. I really need to get my cameras figured out. There we go. I think I had it for a second. There we go. Yeah, so it's going sideways is how I preferred it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put glue on 1/2 of my DSP here, because I like to work my way from top to bottom. So I'm just going to line this up as center as I can get it, and then I'm just going to make sure that I can fold it. Yep, there we go. Then I'm going to flip this one back, almost like a little booklet kind of. And I'm going to put some glue here, and then this side is going to glue down like that. Then we're going to do the same thing with this one. So I'm going to burnish this one with my bone folder here. And just making sure I cut it right. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put glue on 1/2. And then get this lined up here. Make sure I can close it. There we go. And then do the other side. Close that down. All right. Make sure it's not going to pop up. Okay. And what I like about doing it with layers like this is it kind of stays this shape, which helps your card to stay up. I know I've made some and I've only put like a piece of DSP on, and it's very flimsy, and so it'll fall over because this is not very sturdy. So I really like it with the extra piece of cardstock there. Where's my lid? All right. Now I'm going to show you how I did this piece of ribbon here in the middle. So I believe this is this retiring? I can't remember. I don't think so. This is our gold and silver ribbon here, and this is the gold. Comes with 2, gold and silver. And what I did was I pulled it through, and I'm just going to cut a little bit off here. I tied a knot. Let me get it straight here. There we go. So I just tied a really tight knot here in the back. And I did it this way because you can kind of see down the back of it, so I didn't want tape to show because this is such a dark color. Whoops, come back here. You could really see it. I'm just making that real tight. All right. Now I'm gonna grab my glue back here. I'm gonna extremely lightly, very, very lightly, just put a very tiny bit, like barely any, just across the crease right here. You see that? Like barely any. And then I'm just going to pull this up. Got it real tight. There we go. Come on. Here we go. And I didn't glue it down first because when I tried that, it would come unglued. So it was easier this way. I just tied it a little tight. All right, it's going to be kind of like that. We'll go this way with it, because then you won't necessarily notice that part right there because I got it real tight. Then I'm just going to trim these a little bit so they don't show. And then we've got our little bit of gold trim there in the middle. Isn't that pretty? This would be a cool little book. Make this as like your card, write a book, and then put your pages with the notes. Just a note bundle. I did that 2 weeks ago, I think. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out because that was a cool one too. But this could be put into a book as well. That's pretty cool. I didn't even think of that till just now. All right. No, we need our bow. So I'm going to take my ribbon here and let's see, I want it to, the back side of this ribbon is like a white, it has like a white line kind of. So I just always like to make sure that I have the actual, I have glue on my hands, that I have the actual gold side showing. So I always kind of twist it around and pull it through with the gold in the front. There we go. Got stuck to me because I had glue on me. All right. Then, you guys know I love my bows small. I was at a card class the other day. Actually, two of my friends, Debbie and Jen, and Debbie was saying she only does bows if she has her bow maker. It's like a thing with like rods in it or something, and it makes you put it in there and it makes a bow somehow. And I thought that was so funny because I've never used one of those. I just make my bows. All right, this needs to be a little bit smaller. So we don't want it to be all over the place here. All right. Then I'm going to snip these just a little bit smaller. Because we just kind of want this to go a little bit diagonal. Whoops. Come back here. Across there. So what I'm going to do, grab a tiny piece of tear and tape. Where do you start? Right here. And I'm just going to it was a bigger piece, so I'm just going to fold it over on itself. Then I got to get there we go. Which way does this go? Oh, you can use a fork tool too. Hey, Debbie Brown, how are you? Good to see you on. Yeah, you can use a fork, I guess. I've never used a fork either to do a bow. There we go. All right. That was just tear and tape. I use tear and tip because it's a little bit stickier. And then I'm just going to stick this right on top of my ribbon that's already there to make a cute little bow there in the center. And that's going to stay. All right. So let's go ahead and start decorating. So I have, well, here's all my pieces. So I have all my pieces cut already. I do want to show you a couple, let me get these out of the way. Couple of the coloring methods that I've done. Got my little cherry right there. Okay. So I have one strawberry done. I have three cherries done. These are those. Okay, this is a blackberry. I'll show you that. I've already showed you strawberry, but I got it colored anyway. Got all my pieces here. And then that, here's my other cherry. And, well, we already colored one of those. Oh, and this one. Okay, you guys stay there. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other one. This is dark lemon lime twist. This is the brush tip end, and I'm going to color the, what do we say, basil? No, mint. So I'm going to color this mint in. This is the dark lemon lime twist. I'm just doing one pass over here. And then I'm going to go back and I'm just going to run it just straight down the center a couple of times to give it a little bit of a darker look there in the middle. Like that. See how it's a little bit darker? Sort of. I'm going to get a better camera. I just have to figure it out. Oh, let's go ahead and do these. Okay, so this is the floral sprig, so those are green. For this sprig right here of, I guess this is rosemary, I colored in every couple of pieces, little leaves or whatever, in the dark lemon lime twist. Then I got my dark, that's light, my dark granny apple green. Yeah, this is dark. And then I went back and colored the ones that I didn't color in the lemon lime in granny apple. And that just kind of gave it a little bit of a different kind of flair to it, because these are so small, you can't really shade with the when you color these in because it's so thin. So this way it gives it that extra, like, it gives it that color that you kind of need. That variation in color is what I'm going for. Okay, then this is our, yeah, that one is also dark lemon lime twist. This is our blackberry, and I just kind of do a little bit of it. I didn't even do this one. Just do a little bit at the top there. All right, and then the strawberry is going to be pretty in pink first. Have you guys played with this Cheers and Sips bundle yet? I know it's been out for a little while. And for anybody that is just joining, I have another video on my channel, my YouTube channel, that I'm just giving these all a little short little coat of pretty in pink here. But I have another video that I did other cards with this Cheers and Sips bundle that is linked in the description if you are interested in seeing that one. All right, so then I'm going to do Light Berry Burst. I'm going to use the blunt end. And I'm just going to go, for the cherry, I'm going to go around like that. So I just did a little bit at the top and bottom, and then a little dot there in the middle, a little line, and I'm going to blend it in. And for the blackberry, I'm just going to do a bunch of dots on here because I want a little bit of the pretty in pink to come through, but I want it to be, got that stuff on me, I want it to be mostly that berry burst. See that, sort of? It's got a little bit of that pretty in pink coming through. And then we did this one earlier, but I'll show you again. So I just outlined, just kind of did a little squiggle there in the middle. I'm going to grab my dark bubble bath. Let's do our cherry first. Where did it go? Here it is. Whoops, come back here. So I'm just going to color there in the center. Get it a little bit, let it get a little bit wet again. I'm just going to blend it in the middle there. And if you, that's a good tip actually, if you put your colors and you haven't blended them right away, go ahead, put a little bit of that lighter color on top, leave it for a second, and then it'll let you blend it back in. Let's see, do some dots here. I want this to be a little bit darker because I've got such a dark colored glass there. Just want to make sure that it is dark enough. Okay, and then I'm just going to go through with my, I got berry burst on me, with my light berry burst, and I'm just going to accent that little dash on the side there, and then put a little, I'm bound and determined to lose these. They keep sticking to my hands. The little dash right there on the side that Stampin' Up! Gives us, I highlighted that with the dark berry burst, and then a little line up there at the top, and then a little like to the bottom up to the side there, just to give it a little bit of that shading. And I think that's all except for this guy. So let me do him real quick. At least it's one, right? Do two of this one. And I really enjoyed this this bundle so much. I didn't want to be done with it, so I decided, hey, I'm going to do some more cards with it. And my last video did really well, so I thought, hey, I think everybody's kind of liking it, so let me give some more ideas. So you'll have to let me know how you like these. This is, yeah, Blackberry Bliss. If this one fakes me out because I always think that it's Highland Heather because of the cap color, but it's actually Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so we have all of those colored. Now what I want to do is I want to do my hello here. So I have this circle. This circle is from the paper pumpkin that I was telling you about, the paper pumpkin dies for this month, for this quarter. So I have this in basic white, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my scratch off paper here. I have my blending brushes for Berry Burst and Bubble Bath, and I'm going to use the Bubble Bath first, and I'm just going to kind of give it a little bit in, I might need to put a little bit more on my brush because it's super light. Let's see, Bubble Bath. Whoops. Let me put a little bit more in here because it's like almost out. Normally I don't have to put color on my brushes when I do this, but this one's super light. All right. There we go. So you want to see that color kind of coming through. All right. Cap this guy, maybe. There we go. And so this is what it's going to kind of look like. It's going to have like a little marbled effect kind of, where it's got that dark color, but you've also got the light in the background. So I'm going to take my Berry Burst and I'm going to do some little areas here, real dark. And you can do it as dark or as light as you want. This one I'm going to do a little bit darker. I kind of want to see what it looks like. Okay. So that's what our circle looks like. And what we're going to do, I have this cut out in gold foil, and it's going to go across our circle here. So I put these up on dimensionals. You can glue it. However, you know me, I like to make it hard on myself. I like my dimensionals. So I'm just going to take the sides of my dimensionals here, and I'm just going to cut as thin as I can. You can also use your foam adhesive sheet, your foam adhesive sheet, I think is what it's called. Where it's just the whole thing is a dimensional, and you just cut it. So I'm going to put this on my little tool here because it's easier to place it. So got that stuck down there, and I'm just going to go through. Oops, come here, and I think that one, yeah, that one, the back of it came off too. And I didn't put too many of these. I just kind of did like the main part of it. Come on now. This was so much easier when I wasn't on live. There we go. And then I need one on the O. I don't know that that's small enough. Let's cut another one. I need one super duper small. And, yep, that'll go right there. Okay, so I have a small one on my the O, both L's, and then the point of the H right there. And I think a couple of these had, this one has the backing on it. That one doesn't. This one does. All right. So I'm going to kind of look and see how I want this to look. I think I like it like that. So I'm just going to do my best to center this on my circle. Here we go. How pretty is that? Isn't that cute? And again, this is from Paper Pumpkin. If you are interested in Paper Pumpkin, it's a monthly kit that Stampin' Up! Does, and they send it right to your house. It has everything that you need in order to make that kit that month. All right, we're going to go ahead and do our glasses here. So I wanted to show you guys the different variations. So I use window sheets when I did this. So I have a window sheet that is, let's see, how do I show you this? Let me get a piece of cardstock so that you can see. I wonder if you can see it on here. Can you see it on there? Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So this is just a window sheet that is just cut out. There's no embossing on it. Then we have this one, which is the one we're going to be doing tonight. This one has the floral embossing folder on it. I wonder if I go this way, if that will be less glary. So this one has the floral, and then this one is that glass, the glass embossing folder, which is beautiful as well. I wanted a little bit more of a feminine twist with it, so I went with the floral one for this. So I just wanted to show you guys the difference in it. If you want to see it with the glass embossing, go down to my description and you can see these over here. You can see the other video that I created. It's down in the description, and you can click that link and go see how I did that one. But this one, I wanted to switch it up, and so we're going to do this one with the floral here. So I have one Pretty in Pink, which is going to be our taller glass, and then I have one that is Berry Burst, which is our little wine glass, I guess. So what I did for this one, I just I stamped the black ink on there. I wanted to play around, and so I heat embossed while my machine actually worked, because I'm having trouble with my heat gun thingy, heat tool. So I have one that I did in white, outlined it in white, and then I have one that I outlined in black. And this is the heat embossing. So it gives it a little bit of a shine with it, which I thought was really kind of fun. But I think I'm going to go, and before I did that, I took a piece of basic white. I used my I used my Pool Party blending brush, blend it on there to get that little bit of blue color, and then I stamped on it. I think I want to go with the black, so we're going to go this way. And one of these I messed up, so we're just going to stick him behind there. So for this, I glued these, so I'm just going to stick a tiny bit of glue back here. Maybe. Get my glue to work. And I pretty much just tried to make sure that they didn't go over the side. So I'm going to stick this guy here. Go this way. There we go. And I'm just popping that one down under because I cut it with the die cut. A little bit wonky. All right, and then this guy is going to go. Let's see, how did I do that? I think I did it like this. This guy's going to go here. And I just kind of tuck them behind each other before the glue dries. And then we've got our little ice cubes on our little, it's awful dark, isn't it, in comparison, but it's a little bit different, something different. I kind of wanted to test it out. I hadn't done that yet. All right, so for this one, we have our two blackberries and we have a cherry that we're going to put in here. So I'm going to put one of the blackberries right here. And I'm just going to glue this down. And this is just going to cover up any of those places that you didn't have your ice cube. So there's that one. Where'd the other one go? Here it is. And this guy, I'm going to stick him here. And I'm going to tuck him a little bit in between so he kind of looks like he's, let's go this way with you. We don't want him the same way. So he's tucked a little bit behind that ice cube, so it kind of looks like it's in there with the ice cubes. And then we have our cherry. I'm going to stick right here. And again, I'm just going to tuck it behind this ice cube right here. There we go. Oh, isn't that so cute? All right, and then we have our little floral sprig here, which is gonna come popping out there. And I glued these a lot more than I glued that one, so I think I might, nope, I can get it back there still. All right. I'm gonna stick this guy behind here. I like to, you hadn't noticed, I like to stick things behind pieces I've already glued down. It's probably not super smart, but it's how I roll. All right, so I'm just gonna, oh man, he came out. I just wanted a little bit more glue back there. I thought it was stuck. All right, there he is. All right, so he's gonna go like that. I just don't want him to come off. I'm gonna put a little dab of glue right there. Then to put the window sheet on, I'm going to use glue dots. So I like the glue dots that come in the kits and the paper pumpkins for some reason. So let's see, I want it this way. So I'm going to stick one towards the top. Another one towards the top, and then two down in the corners. Like that. And you know what I forgot to do? Because on here, I don't know if you can tell, I have the glass going a little bit above where the line of the drink is. So I forgot to cut it. Because that's what, I didn't want my drink to be like all the way at the top of your cup, you know? So I cut these. There we go. That's good. So when I put this on, I'm just going to smush these together. You're going to have that little bit of the glass look above it, kind of like a real glass would, because it's, I can't really see it. There we go. Because your drink doesn't go all the way to the top, you know. I thought it looked kind of funny when I did it at first. All right, so that's one. Now for this one, I did a strawberry and two cherries here. One cherry is fully colored in with light berry burst. And then the other one is the shaded one. I kind of wanted them to be a little bit slightly different. All right, so I'm going to take, it's trying to storm outside. It needs to wait a minute. All right, so I'm just going to stick my strawberry down here at the bottom with some glue. Get there. Then, let's see what I did. I did this one here. This is the darker of the two cherries. I'm going to stick that one behind. And then I'm actually going to put the glue on this cherry itself. I'm going to flip up that stem there because I want to stick this one behind it like that. So this stem going over is this back one, and this top one is the one that's behind it. Just to kind of give it a little bit something different. And then, yep, I put those behind. So then I did the same thing. I have my, let's cut this first. Just cut it just a little bit so that looks like we have, we don't have our drink all the way to the top. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put one at the top. Stay there. One at the bottom. I'm going to have these things all over the place. I'm not using my bowl. And these are the smaller of the glue dots. Shoot, okay. So I flipped it over. And then one on this side. go. Then I'm just going to flip this on top here. Like that. Then we can put these on our card front here. So, where'd my dimensionals go? I put the smaller glass, the wine glass, down first. And I'm just going to kind of set it down here, kind of where I think I want it. And then for this one, I nestled it behind the, whoops, don't come off, behind this wine glass here. And you just want to make sure you're not going to go over the edge because it's going to, you got to have it closed. And this is the edge of your card. Scoot this over. There we go. All right. Just like that. Then for this one, I took this little sprig of, I guess it's rosemary, and I just stuck it behind the cardstock there. And then the floral sprig, I did the same thing. I stuck it right behind. So in one cup we see it kind of through the glass, and the other one it's kind of stuck in the drink, so you don't see it. It's a little high, but that's okay. Then we are going to take our hello and put some dimensionals on here. And this is so cute. I love this little, I think this is probably one of my favorite paper pumpkin die sets that they've done. They also have a cute little strawberry die that is in the pack. All right, and I'm going to put this a little bit on the slant. Just like that. Isn't that cute? Then we have a strawberry, that, and then we need a cherry, which went where? We're going without the cherry. Here it is. Found it. All right. So I glued down, let me put it on here so I can kind of see. I glued down the mint. I did that one first. Then I took my strawberry and grab one of these half ones here. Yep, it's got to go to the top here. So I want that on the top there because I'm going to have it kind of coming off that circle. Kind of like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this cherry. So I'm going to grab this guy. It's a little tiny dimensional. And he is going to go right here. Isn't that cute? All right, then we just need to put it on our card. So you just want to make sure that when you close it, it's not going to be wider than 4 1/4. So I'm just going to measure it this way. You can use your trimmer. I'm actually going to go a little bit further out this time. But how I did it was I just took the edge right here and I just put about that much glue on there. And then I just placed it. I placed the front, it's not, I mean, all of it's the front, but this side right here, because that's kind of like, to me, the front. So I wanted to make sure that this side was even, more so than the other one. So that looks good. What I'm going to do is, since I got that, I'm just going to stick a little glue down in there. And then we're just going to close up our fold here. So it's just this long line here. And all we need to do is put glue over here. I'm going to put a little bit more because now I know kind of how far over. And then we're just going to, man, I got glue on the outside. How did I do that? We're just going to hold this down right here. There we go. There we go. How cute is that? And then for embellishing, I used two different embellishments. I used our, these are the flower accents. I love these things. Let me use this guy because I'm trying to get rid of these bigger ones. I like the little ones. So I'm going to put one of these big ones down here because I wanted to accent this gold right here. Then I'm going to grab some of these small ones. So I'm going to put one right here. This goes with our Inspiring Imperfections bundle, which I did last week. So if you look on my YouTube channel, you can see that one if you haven't seen it yet. These are some cute cards too. And then I used the clear of the strawberry slush and Pretty in Pink. And I put those on the back, like the floral part of the card, the floral DSP. And that's just to give it a little bit of extra, go over here, a little bit of extra shimmer on the outside. Yep. And then we're going to do one right here. Actually, let's move this guy over. We're going to go right here. Perfect. And there we go. That is our final card. So we've got a beautiful front. It folds flat. And then you have plenty of space on the back to write. And it will stand up. So cute. All right, let me go ahead and show you what we've done tonight. So we did this card here. And then we did this card here where it opens this way and then opens this way. Look, I'm out of frame. You have to let me know down in the comments which one you prefer. And then just a reminder, if you like this card here, there is a video linked in the description that I go over and show you how to create this card. So if you're interested in that, you can watch that one. And these two right here, I did as alternates as well, using the Cheers and Sips bundle, using this is the purse gift card holder fold. That's what I call it. And it flips open like that, and then it opens this way, and you can pull your card out here. That is also down in the description if you would like to see how these are made. I have that down there in the description. And all right. It is a hard choice, isn't it, Carol? I know. They're so pretty. So cute. I hope that you guys enjoyed the live tonight. Hi. So my next live is going to be next Monday, July 21st, 6:30 p.m. I'm going to be working with the Garden Patch bundle again. I loved that bundle as well. I made some really cute cards, and I'm working on some really cute ones again. So definitely make sure that you join me next Monday, 6:30 p.m. For that. And any other videos that you would like to see, everything is linked down. I have playlists linked down in the description. You can go to my channel on YouTube, and I have everything all right there for you. So if you're not already, go ahead and follow me on all my socials. I have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also sign up for my email list, which is down in the description as well. If you put your address and your birth date and month, I will add you to my card mailing list and my birthday card mailing list. Love to send out cards. I make enough of them, right? All right. If you enjoyed this video tonight, please put this emoji down in the comments so that I can say thank you so much for watching, especially watching all the way to the end. That really helps my channel. If you would like my video as well, that helps as well. All right. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me tonight. I know it went a little bit longer, but I hope the cards were worth it. Thank you for spending your time with me tonight, and I will see you next Monday for a brand new video. Bye.